Hey guys, welcome to my tour of my Harry Potter collection. While going through my craft room tour, I showed it and I had like Travis and Chelsea both request wanting to see that. And then I think like 3 people upvoted Chelsea's comments. So here I am, we're gonna do it. So yeah, you guys, Harry Potter is something that's very important to me in my life. It was something that got me through my younger years during my teenage, early adult life. It all started in 2001. I remember this specifically because my friend let me borrow her book to take on my trip. My grandparents took me to Paris and I took Harry Potter and the Sorcerer Stone with me, as well as Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, to read like on the plane. I'd heard about it a little bit. The movie had already come out, the first movie, and I had already seen that. And I really liked it and I thought I needed to read the books. So I took them on the trip with me and I didn't read them on the way there, but I started reading it one night in Paris when we got into our hotel kind of early. It ended up being kind of a disaster for the trip because I couldn't go to bed at night. I was just up so late reading, but it was also like this miraculous eye-opening experience into the world of Harry Potter, and I'll never forget it. I remember reading into the middle of the night there in my Paris hotel room with my grandparents sleeping and just couldn't put it down, and the rest is just spiraled out of there. So the very first thing in my collection is actually this pair of earrings. They're not even Harry Potter earrings, but I found them at Claire's. I bought them so that I could have something to wear to the book release for Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And I was so excited when I saw them. I think I was like, gosh, I don't know, maybe 17 when Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix came out, and I went and bought these earrings at Claire's, and I wore them to every event after that. I wore them to every book release, every movie release. So yeah, these earrings were with me through the whole thing, and they're just a cheap pair of Claire's earrings, but I love them so much. They've been through my entire journey with me, my lightning bolt earrings. So now they're considered to me like they're definitely a keepsake of mine, something that I keep very safe. Because they just remind me of all the times. That's pretty much a good way to start it. I think from now I'll start showing you the bookshelf one shelf at a time. I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so here is a pan of the entire shelf, just real quick. If you didn't see it in my craft room tour, here it is. So just a quick pan of all that, just so you kind of have some perspective of the shelf as a whole. And now we'll launch into the top shelf. Okay, so on the top shelf here, I'm just going to kind of go through the items here. This banner that I have here, I found like at Hastings a long time ago, and I've had that for a long time, and it's just been hanging up. I used to have that hanging above my bed in my old bedroom when I was a teenager, and I've just kept it all this time, and it makes a really good topper, I think, to the whole shelf. I just really like having it there. It just kind of ties the whole thing together. So right here I just have a big feather that I just bought at the craft store. I actually, like a nerd, taped a inside part of a pin to the end of it so it actually does right. So, because I'm like a nerd, so I have to do things like that. And then right here I just have 3, they're actually just those paper mache book storage things that you can buy at any craft store, and I just use hot glue to kind of add details to the siding here just to make them. It was just a random DIY I did a couple years ago. And then this is just a little DIY wand that I made a while back, and a little owl. He's actually really new. I just think he's adorable. And then of course I have my Ollivander's wand box here, which I got at Wizarding World of Harry Potter back in 2012 or 11, 2011 maybe. So I got that then, and then it was 2012. Anyway, that's where I got that. So I got that, of course, and then this is actually a stationery set that I got at Wizarding World of Harry Potter as well. I've never used any of it, so if I ever write you a letter on this stationery, you are a special friend of mine. I have never used it, but maybe someday. And then of course I just have another cute little owl that I found at a store one day that I just thought was adorable. Right here is some of my potion-y type stuff that I DIY'd myself. This is just like some rocks that I painted black. to make a Bezoars. These are just kind of some random bottles here. I've got Bobotuber Puss and Dragon's Blood. If you look at this, it looks kind of real. Just DIY'd the heck out of these for fun because I just thought it was so fun. Wart cap powder with just a random mix of stuff from my kitchen, and then just some flesh-eating slug repellent. So just a fun little assortment of potion-y type supplies. And of course I have my cauldron here, which is just a Halloween type cauldron with a spoon, of course, to stir my brews. And yeah, so it's just really fun. A lot of this stuff up here is just very DIY because I'm a nerd like that. So if you ever want to do something like this, it's pretty easy. I just found these labels online. I can link that below, actually. I know where they are. So yeah, so that's those. On to the next shelf. Okay, so the next shelf here, I have my Mirror of Erised frame that I got at Wizarding World of Harry Potter with a picture of me standing by the Hogwarts Express because I thought it was very poetic. Because I'm pretty sure if I looked in the real Mirror of Erised, I would see myself standing by going to the Hogwarts. So I thought that was very poetic. Here I just have another little DIY potion that I made. I have my chocolate frog box that I got from Wizarding World of Harry Potter with my Salazar Slytherin card inside. Then I have my every flavor beans here that is also from Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I did not eat them because I don't really like them. Kind of weird. And then I have my pumpkin juice bottle from the Wizarding World and my butterbeer mug that I have some caramels in because it just looks like there's something in there. And then I have my Harry Potter film wizardry book here that I bought when Deathly Hallows was coming out. And it's really interesting to flip through, and it's got all kinds of cool stuff. It's like scrapbook style. Really cool book. I'm not going to go through it, but it's a really cool book. Then I have my Harry Potter glasses that I've had forever. And this is the one that came in my Ollivanders box. I like to have it out so that I can see it and use it if I need to. Because yes, I do. Every once in a while have a reason to get it out and play with it. Here's the You Know Poo from the Wizarding Wheezes. Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes. It's not the original candy. I put that in there to replace the ones that I ate out of it because they were delicious. But that's those there. Amarantia, it's another DIY little potion there. Here I have my Sneakoscope, which I've taken out of the box exactly one time. And so if I tap it, it does actually light up. But I like the packaging so much that I leave it in its box. So that's cool. My Remembrall, also, I have removed it from the package exactly one time. It still lights up if I squeeze it there. So that's nifty. Very light things. And then down here I have my Golden Stitch, which is given to me as a gift, which I love. I've also taken it out of the box exactly one time. It does work. And then I have another couple DIY potions here, my Vero Serum and Draught of the Living Death. Okay, so the third shelf here is kind of my Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone shelf. This is where I kind of get into the shelves that are decorated by book, kind of loosely. Back here I have my Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is a book by J.K. Rowling, which is fun. You should read it. And then here I have, across the set here, I have the chess pieces that I got out of a actual chess game, which I do have the board as well. So they are usable chess pieces, but they're just plastic, you know, the kind you can buy. It's just the kids kind, it's not the fancy kind. You can buy fancy kind for a lot of money, but these are perfectly fine with me. And then of course I have my Sorcerer's Stone here inside the glass case, and it's just really pretty, and I really like its package, and its glass dome here. It's just really cool and sturdy and a great little keepsake. Then back here, of course, I have my American edition Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's not the original copy I read. Like I said, I borrowed my first copy that I read from a friend. So this is my first copy that I owned, and I try to take really good care of it. Here I have just a couple candles just for a little decorative accents. So that's that shelf. Oh, and of course Quidditch Through the Ages back here. And this is a cake topper that a friend bought me a Harry Potter cake a few years ago. Gosh, it's been probably 5 years ago now that they bought me that, and that was the cake topper, and I just thought it was so cute. So there he is with my Quidditch book. Okay, this shelf, I've got 4 different books here, and then I just have like an item to go with each book. So I have the Chamber of Secrets here, and then I have my Gryffindor sword letter opener, and it's really detailed. I love it so much. It's inscribed on the side, and it has this cool stand, and I just love it. I got that from the Noble Collection, which is also where I got the Sorcerer Stone there. But yeah, so really cool. I've had this one a while. This was one of the first things I ever bought from the Noble Collection. So it's just a cool little thing there. So that kind of goes with Chamber of Secrets, so it's in there. And then I have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban here, my American copy, with the Time Turner, of course. And you can see my camera there. Hello. Because it's mirrored. But yeah, and it just comes out, you know, it's wearable, of course. But it's just sitting in its little case there. And I really like it. And I have worn it before from time to time. If the thing and it works and everything, I take really good care of it. And then I have Goblet of Fire, of course, which I have 2 items here sitting next to it that go with that. I have my actual Goblet of Fire that can be used as a candle holder, which I've never done, but it's doable. And then here I have my Triwizard Cup that I bought at Wizarding World, and it's really cool. It lights up on the bottom, so that's kind of cool. So here I have from the Noble Collection the orb from the Hall of the Future, or whatever that's called. Gosh, it's been too long. It's from the, you know, it's the prediction. And it's got the little tag that would say it was from Trelawney to Dumbledore, that it was about Harry Potter. So yeah, I just think it's really pretty, and it's got this cool base, and I just really love it. So it goes great with my Order of the Phoenix book. Then I come down here. I've got quite a bit of stuff that goes with Half-Blood Prince here. So I've got the diary, which down here I kind of have, this goes with either Chamber of Secrets or Half-Blood Prince, but it's the Tom Riddle diary, and it's a real diary. I've never written in it, but it's really cool. And it's like really sturdy, and I really like it. So, but I have it here because I kind of have it with other Horcruxy type collector's items, because that was very much a theme, of course, of Half-Blood Prince. And so here I've got the cup, which we don't really see, of course, until Deathly Hallows, but it matched well here with my setup. So I have that here, and then of course I have the Riddle ring here, which is really cool. I really like it. It's humongous. I can't wear it, but it's still really cool. And then here I have a little DIY bottle of Felix, which is super appropriate for Half-Blood Prince. And then here I have the locket from the cave, and it opens up, and it's so cool, you guys. So on the inside of this, is the note, which is so cool, and it's folded really cool. Yeah, so here's the note that's found within the locket, you know, the one that's written to the Dark Lord. Gosh, it's so cool. I love it so much. R.A.B. Put that back away. Whoop. Oh, I'll fix that in a minute. Okay. So then back here, I have the Marauders map, which of course kind of goes with all of the books. So it's just really cool. I actually got this in a book. Like I bought a special edition of the movie, one of the movies. I think it was probably Prisoner of Azkaban, maybe. Anyway. But yeah, it's cool, and it folds out. And it's really big. It's not the one you can buy in the Noble Collection, which is a bigger version, which I would like someday, I think. But this one's pretty cool, and it's good enough for now, of course. And then here I have a beautiful Ravenclaw diadem that I bought on Etsy, and it's just beautiful. You can't buy this from any official source, but I love the attention. The detail on this is really good. So it's really pretty, and I made this little base. I DIY'd that, and I just love that. It just completed my collection. This is this is like the most recent thing I've added to it, because I was so crazy. Like, I have almost all the Horcruxes type things, and this was the only thing I didn't have from all of the house founders too, which is of course the Ravenclaw diadem and the Hufflepuff cup, and then of course I haven't shown it yet, but I have the Slytherin locket here, which is different from the one that they found in the cave. This is the actual Slytherin locket. So you've got the Slytherin locket, the Ravenclaw diadem, the Hufflepuff cup, and the Gryffindor sword, which are the 4 founder items. So getting the Ravenclaw diadem completed the 4 collections. So yeah. And then of course I just showed this to you, the Slytherin Horcrux, which is pretty and creepy at the same time. And I've got that standing here next to my copy of the Deathly Hallows, of course, and a bottle of Essence of Dittany, which is much needed in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, if you remember. And then I've got my necklace of the Deathly Hallows here, which I have worn. And then of course I have my copy of the Tales of Beedle the Bard, which goes wonderfully with everything else here. So that's just kind of a pan. This is probably my favorite shelf. I don't know, it's hard to pick, but I really like this one because I like having my Hufflepuff cup, and because I'm a Hufflepuff, and I don't know, this is a really cool shelf. It's just got all the cool stuff. So that kind of gets the books. So I've got my Sorcerer's Stone and those books, and then down to Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows. That kind of concludes like most of my actual like collector's items. Like I said, a lot of the stuff I got from either Noble Collection or from Wizarding World of Harry Potter, or I DIY'd them. So that's kind of those 3. And then down here, of course, I have my British editions of Harry Potter, all 7, that I bought in a box set, and I really love them. I love having them because I don't know, it's in the original wording that J.K. Rowling wrote it in, so that's kind of why I like having them. The American editions are great, but I like having the British wording as well, the British vernacular. So I really like reading both sets. And then of course here I have Harry Potter and History, which is a cool book that kind of shows, you know, it shows like parallels between Harry Potter and like actual history. So that's a cool little interesting book. And then here I have Harry, A History, of course, which is by Melissa Nelly, who was very important to me throughout my Harry Potter journey. I was very into her website, leakycauldron.com, and the podcast that she did for a long time, still does sometimes. But she did Pottercast, and I listened to like every episode back in the days when the books were still being released, and just listening to all the theories and Wizard Rock coming out and everything. It was just a really exciting time, and Melissa Nelly was there firsthand for all of it, so she was able to write a really cool book about the whole thing, and it's just a really neat little book. And then here is my copy of Finding Hogwarts, which is a documentary that was done, it was produced, I think, by a lot of the people that did Pottercast. It was actually made by Bree, who, what's her name? Bree Bishop. And John Noe produced it, and it's just a really cool, like, I'm almost crying thinking about it right now, because it's them, like, I don't know. Oh my god, I'm getting emotional. So anyway, it's just a really cool documentary, and I like pre-ordered that and everything, and if you ever get to get a copy of this, it's really cool. It just really shows like the whole thing. I don't know. It was just a really cool movie. Documentary. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. So then, and then this is just my copy of Jingle Spells. I think this is the very first Jingle Spells, which is a Christmas album of Wizard Rock. And I think this might be the very first one. Maybe the second one. I don't remember, but it's a really cool little album that I just keep. I never got super into Wizard Rock, but there's some good ones on here. So anyway, my favorite is Happy Christmas Day by Oliver Boyd and the Remembrals. I love Oliver Boyd and the Remembrals. They were my favorite. I just thought they were like super talented, and I just loved, I don't know, I just really liked them. And then I've got another little owl here because it's so adorable. And then I have my Harry Potter chess set. This is the set that those pieces came from up above, and I just keep the board and everything in here, so if I ever want to actually play it, that's there. And then I have a puzzle here that I've yet to put together. I actually just bought this last Christmas, and I just haven't put it together yet. It was on sale, so I was like, oh, I have to get it. And then here's just a Harry Potter Clue edition that I have, and so yeah. And then down here is just some YA stuff, Hunger Games and Divergent and Dan Brown and Twilight and stuff like that. So yeah, so that is it, you guys. Well, guys, that concludes my Harry Potter collection. Yeah, I can't believe how emotional I got thinking about that DVD. It's a really cool movie. In fact, I'm probably gonna have to go watch it now. But it just hits at the heart of how deeply Harry Potter has affected so many, including myself. It got me through a lot of really hard times, and wow. I haven't really looked at all that stuff this closely in a while, so it's kind of affecting me. Harry Potter was like the first thing that ignited passion inside of me, and is still something that I draw strength from today, something that I draw inspiration from. When I think back to all the struggles I was going through as a teenager, Harry Potter was one thing that I knew I loved, I knew I was excited about, I knew I was passionate about, and it got me through a lot of like hard times. It got me through a lot of wobbly times. You know, I didn't have a very strong sense of personal identity at the time, and Harry Potter really helped me with that. I knew I liked Harry Potter. I knew I was a Harry Potter fan. That was like the one thing I could say. Everything else was up in the air, you know? I didn't know who I wanted to be. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. You know, that was like the one thing I could identify as. I identified as a Harry Potter fan. And it helped me. It gave me a lot of strength and a source of excitement and pride and something to look forward to. Just, you know, looking forward to a book or looking forward to a movie release. It was always something to look forward to. And I kind of miss that there's no new movies or books, you know, because there's no longer that new Harry Potter to look forward to. But at the same time, I've grown up since then, and I've learned a lot. Not just from Harry Potter, but I've learned a lot just in life. And I've been able to take that seed of excitement and translate it into other things in my life. Excitement for, you know, just excitement for life in general. Excitement for my job and doing a good job at work, and excitement for this YouTube channel. Excitement and passion and love for my family, and just realizing that love is the most important thing. Of all the things in Harry Potter, that is the most important thing, I think, you guys. Love is the most important thing. Even when life is hard, there's always love. There's always somebody that loves you. So, I love you. No matter who you are. So, anyway, okay. Woo, you guys. Getting kind of passionate. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. Harry Potter. Always. Right? Love you guys. Bye. Accio new subscribers.